It's Jen Leg Sews, as you will find me on Instagram, and I'm just very early at doing this YouTube, so I'm still got a little bit of imposter syndrome, but so far all of your comments has been so lovely. It's made me want to do more. Obviously that's why I'm sat here, and if you could, my subscribers are going up, but if you could press the subscribe button, that would be brilliant. Just because I think I have had about 2k views so far, which is unbelievable, and I'm so pleased. So today I am coming to you nearly recovered from the weekend from the Stitch Festival. We'd had such an amazing time. We shopped hard, talked hard and partied hard, so it has took me a little bit of time to recover, and I wasn't planning on doing this just yet, but I am so excited by the fabrics I purchased. Yeah, I did break my ban, but could you blame me? Honestly, there was so much stuff. It was so great. There was, like, to be fair, I think on the day I most probably spent 70% of the time either talking or I did the catwalk twice. That was another experience. I've never known anything like it. It was really good, but I think I am full of bravado, and it did make me, I don't think consequences until the end. So after the first one for Lucy for Trend Patterns, I was like, oh, I came off. And then I suppose I got into it a little bit more for the Liberty one. But it was really good. I'm glad I did it, and if you get a chance to do it, because there's so many great sort of sews there. I think there was 54 of us for the Instagram one, and like I think there was 5 representatives from a lot of different places. Obviously Lucy had approached myself and Sharlene prior, and honestly it was so good. So do that if you need to do it. So fabric purchases, because we'd done Lucy's catwalk, she gave us some discount. Sharlene had already found or seen some fabric that she wanted for her next pattern, which is going to be called the Charlie jacket. I'm wearing an Emily blouse and dress pattern right at this moment in time, so I have had insider knowledge, so I'm really lucky that I've done that. Anyway, Lucy brought this fabric out for Sharlene, and I really wanted to get it because I liked it too. Obviously we're in different areas. I'm in the northeast of England and she's in Ireland, so it wouldn't have mattered if we bought the same thing. But Lucy said, no, that's not for you, this one is. And she couldn't have been further from the truth. Charlene's is more autumnal, where this is just a little bit wacky. Obviously I love the pinks, I just love it all. So it's like a jacquard. I'm definitely going to make either Charlene's the next pattern in this, or I also picked up the Trend Patterns, the curved jacket. I already had the curved trousers that I haven't made yet. I have cut them out ready to go, so I am going to do a toil in them at some point. I don't want to cut into this just yet because I want it to be absolutely spot on. So it's either going to be the curved trousers from Trend Patterns or the utility pants. Susan made the utility ones, and also another lady that was on the catwalk with us did them, and they're really lovely. They have like a little kick pleat at the front, but I don't want to do all the pockets and sort of make it utility style. I just want them to be fairly plain, and then either this jacket or the new jacket that Charlene's going to bring out. But before we got to the Stitch Festival, the day before, we all met up at King's Cross and went into Liberty's, which was amazing. None of us really bought much in Liberty's, to be fair, but we got loads of inspiration from the place. We obviously went to see all the fabric, but we also walked around more to see the clothes and stuff, and got lots of inspiration there. But before we got into Liberty's, we found a haberdashery shop, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was unbelievable. And the first thing I spied when I walked down was these beauties. Now I thought they were buttons, and I think there can be buttons, but the back, when I opened them when I got home, they've got like sort of just a metal backing. So I bought 3 because we all decided between us that you needed at least 3. They were £7.90 each, which I don't think was too bad for the detail that's in them. But I have seen, I mean, and they look brilliant with these, but I have seen a Simplicity Platens have done a tutorial on how to make flowers. Well, whilst I was on Lucy's stand, the girl that was helping her, sorry I didn't know her name, she had this in a remnants and she ended up just giving me it. So I think this, if I made them into like a flower and have that in the center, will be amazing. So I might just use one and use different buttons, I might not. So that's my my ideas for those. Also, while I was in that shop, I brought this brigade, and how amazing does that look? I have a tendency of doing this. I think one of the reasons when I'm saying I've been on my fabric ban very loosely, I think I've made more excuses than ever to how you can still buy fabric. But one of the things I tend to do is buy in colours. And I don't know how I do it, because I did not intend for this to go with this at all. But it's just got every single colour in it. So this is going to be a trim of some sort on here. But also, if I got some more pink, there's not enough in here. I think it'd be amazing as a trim on the top. I did get 3 meters and there was plenty. So if I wanted more, I could get more. I can't remember how much I paid for this. I think it was about £6 a meter, which again wasn't cheap, but I just really, really loved it. And it was giving me sort of cinnamon, not cinnamon, you know what I mean. I can't even say it, but you know what I mean. And also Farm Rio vibes. So that's the reason I bought that. So I really, really like it. So that's my plans for this. Then we went out. I'd done really well. I'd only bought that. And then we went out and we had some 2 for 1. Oh, I forgot to show you the liner. So I found that lining in my stash. Can you see that there is like a little sort of rosy pink in there? So that's going to look perfect with that underneath. I think it needs a plain lining underneath because it's got so much going on the front. So that's it. So I'll get on with my story now. So we done that, had a walk around. I think I did a Liberty catwalk after that. And then we went out and ended up getting 2 for 1 cocktails. So that is where basically my willpower went out of the window. So we went back and we went to see Yusuf at Rainbow Fabric, because as you know, I'm an ambassador for them. So I always like to go and see them all. Sarah Jane's amazing. Samara is just beautiful. So we went to see them, and I ended up finding this. It's sort of a patchwork. It feels really silky, but I do think it is like a viscose, and loved it. So I think I got about 3 meters of that. But then someone said, have you not seen the green version in it? Anyway, Sharlene being a green girl, we were like, you need to look at it. Anyway, they brought the green out and I couldn't resist the green either. So I got 2 meters of that, but I think the look beautiful together. And again, I think Farm Rio vibes. The Trend Patterns do a dress called the handkerchief dress, and it's sort of like tiers of 2 different fabrics, and I think you can use like contrast, and I think I'm going to do that with that. I haven't got the pattern though, so I'm just going to wait, because obviously I didn't spend a lot, but I did spend more than I thought I was going to at the Stitch Festival. So I'm going to wait for that because it's not as like important. But I also think there's loads of other things I can make with that, so I haven't really pinned that down to anything, but I just love those. They were really pretty. Then this, the cheeky Yusuf, when he put this on Instagram, he said that it looked like someone had puked up on it and been sick on it. And I was like, as he said it, I was going, I love that. So when I pull it right out, I think you can get the gist of it. It has like got like sort of flowery, sort of loosely patterned in it. I love the colours. I've got 3 meters of this, and I'm not sure what I'm going to make. I've ironed it. Again, it's another viscose. It's a little bit thicker than this one. And it's stunning again. It's really, really lovely. So I'm not quite sure, but I think a twin set with this, so either the Sagaro by Friday Pattern Company, sorry, I'm most probably saying that wrong, or even the pajama pattern that I've just got. I mean it's a pajama pattern, but it's so beautiful for like day wear as well, depending what fabrics you use for it. I think I'll just get that's just here. I know, I'll show you that one. I've just put it away. It looks better up there, doesn't it? I don't know whether you've been following me sorting all of this out, and then it was getting trapped in the van. That was a different story, but it looks really good. But this pattern is really nice, and the shorts and top I took with me, the girls really liked, and I've got a little bit of a tutorial on them, how I made them. So something like that might be nice, but I definitely want to make the wide leg ones in that at some point, which leads me on to this one. It's very narrow, and I think I did originally just ask for 3 meters, but I got 4 in the end. So I'm hoping I can get the wide leg out of this, and I'm going and maybe use the top, but I might be a little bit over ambitious to whether I can get that top out of it or not. So I'll have to wait and see on that one. So that's my plans for that. Then before I went to the Stitch Festival, when Rainbow Fabrics had Liberty Silk, you've got me at Liberty, you've definitely got me at Silk, I splurged on this. It's my birthday coming up. How many excuses do I need to give really for buying fabric? But it is my birthday coming up, and like he said he would buy me it, and I got a huge discount off it with being an ambassador, so it was a bit of a steal really. It's just stunning, and I'm not sure what I'm going to make with it yet. I think a dress or even the jumpsuit, so I'll have to wait and watch what happens with that one. Then in other news, Fabric Godmother, they've done, so normally what Fabric Godmother do is send us they send us like a list out of what we can make, and we can choose what we want, choose a pattern off from them, and then we get £75 in fabric or £50 in cash. I don't know who takes the cash, because I definitely take the fabric. But this time they had this fabric, they had a list of fabrics, and they're unpaid basically, so they're not paying for us to do anything with this. It's not their collection, but they wanted us to make things up in this, and obviously just get unpaid, we won't get paid for it. I jumped at this because I've seen it on the website so many times and absolutely loved it. And again, Farm Rio vibes, and I'm going to embellish this somehow. I keep picking up, it's still in there, this, because I haven't used it on anything yet, but I think it looks gorgeous on there. So a jumpsuit, but I think with this one I'm going to do one I've already made, which was it was So Love Patterns trousers, and I put elastic in the bottom, and then the top I used the Petite Dressmakers, I think it's a Bloomfield dress pattern. I think I'm just going to replicate it because I absolutely love it, but I'm going to add the trimming somewhere. I've worn it so many times. I'll put a picture in to remind you where it is, either here or here when I edit this video. Well, I say edit loosely, but I think I can add pictures in it. If not, I'll put a link in the comments below so it can take you to it. So that was for this. Then this month is the blouse pattern competition, or it's not a competition, is it? It's like a challenge. So Tamlin is in Sewn on the Tyne is helping Gabrielle from the Cloth Edit on this one this time. She's running it alongside her. And I think I've already mentioned this before. So I have made this top. It's a Vogue Patterns V1939. I've already made this top. Love it. When I was in Liberty at Christmas, I treated myself to this Thorpeness print. I have loved it for like years and years and years. In fact, I was gonna splurge when my stepdaughter got married a couple of years ago, but it was going to be about £300 for the dress, and I couldn't justify it. So I got less this time, but I've got it in 2 different weights. So I've got they do it in a crepe, so I just got 1/2 metre of the crepe, which I think would be perfect for the sleeves. Then I got, I think, 2 meters of the actual silk. I know you can't see a massive difference in it really, but the silk is shinier. It's much shinier. Then I had seen some inspiration. So a girl had made this before. I'll find her name out. And she'd put the ladder stitching inside of, like, because this pattern has like loads and loads of different, so it scoops around, it has different pattern pieces to fill in, and it just looks amazing with a ladder stitching. So I'm going to add a ladder stitch into that, and I think it's going to look really good. Again, I keep saying this with the Liberty silks, they are expensive, and we had this conversation when we were away, because people were saying sometimes if you use a cheaper fabric, it is great that you've made something really big, like good with this cheaper fabric. But for me, I do it, but I'm not as what shall I say? I'm not as precious with it. I think that's the word I'm going to use. Where when I sew with Liberty, I just want the insides to be as perfect as the outsides, and I want it to just be perfect, because I've spent all that money on it. I'm never really scared about cutting into it, because at the end of the day, it's not life-threatening, is it? It's fabric. But at the same time, I don't want to waste it either. So that is what I'm going to do for this. I think, I don't know whether rambled is the right word for this video, because of vlog. Because obviously I've got so much to tell you and so much to do, and I am a bit of Mike, I just get on with it, don't I? And I find it hard to really pinpoint what I'm going to do, because the inspiration in this room is so big, because I've got so much stash. Sometimes I just like coming in here and thinking, oh, I'm going to do this today, and just seeing where it leads me to the fabric, to the patterns. But I think with these, I definitely needed some sort of structure to where I was going with these. So it's good actually to be on here just to remind myself of where I'm thinking and what I'm thinking at a particular time. So I'm going to sign off now. I think again it's only a short one, but hopefully you've enjoyed listening to me chatting, and I shall see you next time. So you remember, if you can, please subscribe. I think I've got 357 people now, which is so amazing. So thank you so much.